Hi, everyone. This is Caroline Speaks, The State of Our World, on Friday, September 16th, 2022. So, what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, we'll see what's doing here. Alright. Okay. How about we look at some of the hot headlines and see what's doing, if anything. I don't know. Kind of a slow day, maybe. Who knows? Alright, let's check it out. Alright, now, The Myth of Normal, Dr. Gabor Mate on trauma, illness, and healing in a toxic culture. Okay, that's a good presentation, good article. So, seems like the very values of society are traumatizing for a lot of people, says Mate, who argues in his book, that psychological trauma woundedness underlies much of what we call disease. He says healing requires a reconnection between the mind and the body, which can be achieved through cultivating a sense of community, meaning, belonging, and purpose. Mate also discusses how the healthcare system has harmfully promoted the mechanization of birth, how the lack of social services for parents has led to a massive abandonment of infants, and how capitalism has fueled addiction and the rise of youth suicide rates. Okay, that is interesting. Okay. Well, people aren't getting paid enough to stay home with their babies. They have to work, they have to hire babysitters. So I don't know. What are some of the minor headlines? Texas Governor Abbott buses asylum seekers to VP Kamala Harris's home in Washington, D.C. That's nice. Abbott is an idiot. We are not a sanctuary state. Florida Governor Santos sends asylum seekers to Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts, where they are welcomed very well. Okay, UN to investigate mass graves in territory reclaimed from Russia by Ukraine. Good. Russia warns U.S. arms shipments to Ukraine could prompt direct military clash. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Because they're definitely taking advantage and just making threats. Okay. Have to get rid of Putin and his regime. Put in real democracy. Putin meets the leader of China and acknowledges questions and concerns of Ukraine. That's no surprise there. Pakistan suffers surge of waterborne disease as floodwaters recede, but the water's still there, and the floods have also killed lots and lots of all kinds of animals. Okay, all right. Now, an unprecedented global crime. House hearings probe oil companies' climate denial. So, are they going to do something about that? I don't know. They're charging uh, exorbitant rates. They're profiteering and denying that fossil fuels climate change. Okay. Judge blocks proposed petrochemical plant in Louisiana's Cancer Alley. Thank you. They've blocked it, revoked the permits for good. So hopefully this will be blocked permanently. Okay. Now, the federal court rules Enbridge trespassed on indigenous land to build the Line 5 pipeline, which is in Line 5 pipeline is in Wisconsin. And good. Let's protect the indigenous peoples and their rights. advisory lifted for Jackson, Mississippi after nearly 7 weeks. But they've always had problems with the water. They have to redo the whole water infrastructure. I wonder if they'd have these problems if Jackson had remained a city of white people. I know 80% of the people, roughly about, are people of color. Okay, Patagonia founder gives away $3 billion company to fight climate crisis. Good, thank you. WHO says end of coronavirus pandemic is in sight as deaths fall to lowest rate since 2020. That's good. Happy to see that. Okay, but no death is acceptable. Federal judge names special master and orders the DOJ to delay review of documents held by Trump. That's bad. Senate Democrats won't hold vote on congressional stock trading ban before midterm elections. Don't know why. El Salvador President Bukele says he'll seek re-election despite prohibition. Yeah, they have a prohibition about having more than one term. No consecutive presidential terms. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Okay, Mexico arrests retired general of the 2014 disappearance of 43 Ayotzinapa students. Good, hold them accountable. And U.S. rail workers win tentative union contract averting national strike, nationwide strike. 15,000 Minnesota nurses return to work after 3-day strike over pay and staffing levels. Good. U.S. transfers $3.5 billion in frozen Afghan central bank funds to Swiss Trust. Reports of Russian torture emerge in territory claimed by Ukraine. Okay. Now, so what are we going to do about that? Okay. So, how about a little music here? Alright. Now that's how things are right now on Friday, August 16, 2022. Bleak. No good news out there. Okay. Alright. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Friday, September 16, 2022, Senator Mean of Carolyn Speaks State of the World. Hope you join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, wear a mask, practice social distancing. When the vaccine is available for you and safe for you to take it, I would take it. Had mine Johnson & Johnson 1 shot. I was tired. I had 2 sore arms, and I was okay. That was for about a week, and I'm looking around for a booster. I'm having trouble finding a booster appropriate for me. Okay, now, how about a little music to say good night? Alright, let's see. Okay. I love the way you look at me. I love the way you hold my hand. I love the way you understand. Always. I know you can't understand why I feel as I do. You think it's best to be alone because that is safe. I want to show you that you can be safe with me as when alone. I love the way, I love your way. I love the way, I love the way. Okay, that's a little song I wrote, I love the way. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Friday, December 16th, 2022, for another meeting at Carolyn Speaks State of the World. Take care of yourself and others, and remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.